Sesifikile manje. Yes. My name is Mr. V. Welcome guys to Analeticor, that show that analyzes all the visuals that are locally produced. I'm talking movies, series, anything that you can get your hands on, we analyze it here, baba. Here. Yes. If it's produced in Africa, in the diaspora, in South Africa, we look at it. But look, this is our first show, right? Chilled, relaxed, challenge like your the best of the best in South Africa, right? We're looking at the best of all times of all the movies that were produced in South Africa, and this is according to me and our team here. So if you feel that you can say about something that maybe a movie that we might have left out, in the comments, baba, go in, comment the movie that you think might have left out, one of the best, in whatever way, shape or form, right? But anyway, let's not waste time. Number 10 for us, yes, none other, oh shucks. Now this is where Leon Schuster does his thing, right? He comes and he shows you what he is capable of in terms of movie producing, but not just movies, but comedic movies. And he's been consistent. I mean, this guy has been on it for a while, bruh. He's been at it, I think, since the late 80s, maybe even the early 80s. You know, he's been doing his thing, and he still continues to do his thing. But without wasting any time, let's go. Number 9, we have got Hijack Stories by Tony Goroge. Well, I mean, it's a collaborative effort there for a lot of guys. You find people like your Rapulana Sipemo there. I know it's one of the movies that also subtle introduced Trevor Noah as we know him today. He's a mega star in Hollywood and everywhere else in the world, really doing his comedic thing. But we love it nonetheless, and I personally think that this movie set way for a lot of movies that were produced locally. I'm talking movies that are in the arena of crime, hijacking, or action, as we put it. Guys, please, man, just ignore the sound. I know my neighbors are busy doing some work. That is why you would hear that feedback in the background. But anyway, moving right along, right or wrong, at number 8, we've got a movie called Zulu on My Stoop. Yes, again, Leon Schuster makes his headway. You know, he's been doing this thing, and this is one of the movies, I think for me, it is one of the movies that I got introduced into Leon Schuster. I also, obviously, I went and watched all other movies that he had made, but the first movie that I watched, which he produced, was Zulu on My Stoop. And if you go on to number 7, you've got a movie called Four Corners. Yes, Four Corners. But that's where you get to see the number, all these things that are coming out in terms of prison numbers and all of that stuff. It is headed by a gentleman called Brendan Daniels, and he's phenomenal. Actually, he's done so much, hey. And I think personally, he's one of the underrated actors in South Africa. I think we can do so much to really appreciate that guy. I think he's not appreciated enough, but we have to. We really have to. Anyway, moving along to number 6. Number 6, we've got Jerusalem by Rapulana Sipemo. Of course, man, you had to see a lot of, like I said, you see, when you move from Hijack Stories to Jerusalem, you get to see how now South African television industry, in terms of this type of movies, was now making it bigger and bigger from the Hijack Stories to Jerusalem. And I loved it. I loved every moment of it. But when you go now, you start to move a bit bigger. You know, number 5. Then you've got District 9. The aliens, all these effects that are brought into. I mean, it was probably the first movie that we've seen of things that are out of this world that we are seeing, right? And it's all set up in SA, chief. In SA, baba. But look, go and hit me up on the comments and tell me what you think of the from number 10 all the way to number 5. Tell me what you think. Do you think maybe I might have missed it? Do you think that our team, because hey, remember guys, some of these things I did not decide on anything, right? I have got my favorites. Some of the favorites that I love were not in here. So let's see if there are any movies that you think should have been in the top 10 of all time movies that were not in. But look, we have to go further. Number 4, for the movie. This one for me, I think it was supposed to be number 1, but hey, the votes did not win there for me. It's actually a docu movie kind of a thing. It's The Gods Must Be Crazy. My guy. That movie, that for me, I can watch it any day, and I know every single time when I watch it, I would cry every single time. I don't know how many times I've watched it, but I cry nevertheless. For me, that would have been number 1, but hey, who am I? Anyway, you can go into comments and tell me if you agree with me, if the guys who decided on this thing, they faltered, because I think they did on this one specifically. The Gods Must Be Crazy was crazy, dog. It was amazing. It was out of this world for me. But yeah, you know, I just don't know the guy, the main actor, and well, it's not an actor actually, because it is his life story. I know his surname is Toma. Guys, please, can someone, if you can, please, man, just help me pronounce his name. I know his surname is Toma, if I'm not mistaken. Please help me. I want to get to know his name in full, nicely so, right? But anyway, let's move right along in the top 3, Chief. The top 3. This is where you find out number 3 is Mr. Bones. One of the movies that, like, I don't think there's anyone who is in South Africa who would not know Mr. Bones. If you don't know it, then you don't know what you're doing here. No, you're not living in South Africa. You were not living where we were living. I don't know, you were somewhere in District 9, somewhere there. You were in District 9 or something, I don't know. But for me, Mr. Bones was the movie as well. It was one of those movies that I think the production was just, you know. But look, I think at some stage we might still need to just analyze all these movies, one movie at a time, see what they would have done best, where they can improve, where they can do better, or whatever the case, right? And for those who are filmmakers who are coming up, what is it that we as viewers would want to see, would want to experience when we're watching these movies, and of course comparing it with our Americans and all the other movies that are produced worldwide, so that we can be in the same standards as them. But anyway, let's move along. That's at number 2. So I mean, think about it, guys. This is the movie that won, I think it was a Grammy, was it? But it won, and this was an introduction of people like Presley Tshweneyagage. This is where you found that lady, the lady, what's her name, Chief? What's her name? I forgot her name, but guys, can you hit me up on the comments and tell me what her name is? The lady who was the co-star there, and she's gone on to do phenomenal things. I think she's in The Bold and Beautiful at some stage, and she's a producer by her own right. There are certain movies that she has produced, and some visuals that she has done. But look, she's done phenomenal. Presley has done well. He's now in the series. I forgot the name of the series. It's on Zanzi Magic. And it's doing well, and all the other guys who acted in that, they also did phenomenal things. And you can see that, look, man, my all-time favorite guy himself, Zola, and Zola, come now, Zola. You get to see him at his best there, like he's doing his thing, he's pushing. And now, remember when we got introduced to Zola, we introduced to him as a gangster of some sort, but a young and upcoming gangster. In this case, we see him having matured as a gangster of some sort, and that's, for me, it was nice, man. It was phenomenal. But anyway, segue. For everyone, anywhere, this movie has gone all around the world. It has done so much. It has done greatly, And if I go, okay, guys, calm down. I mean, chill, relax. Yes, but number 1, no one else Sarafina. I know the star there is Analeticor, and she was still young. She was doing big things there. And you know, when you see her from there, you just knew that there was no way that she was gonna fail in this industry. She's still doing big mega things, right? And she went huge there. I mean, in that Sarafina series, you find people like a whole lot of guys, man. You know, Crocodile there. You know, you find just some names are skipping me, but you know, this is where we got introduced to what's the guy? Yes, Somizi guy. Okay, I was just playing. Come on now. yes. You got introduced to Somizi, and you get to see Somizi being pushed, Baba. Like, you can see how strong Somizi was and everything, and you know, and I mean, come on now. You have to appreciate people like Somizi to have that kind of transition, to move from one character to another, to move from a character of a person who is in this format to, you know, to something completely different. That for me, that is acting. That is phenomenal. That is amazing. But guys, please hit us in the comments. Tell us, what do you think? Do you think that we got it wrong? Do you think there's a movie, maybe the best one of all times, that you think we didn't include in this? And also, just let us know what kind of analysis you would like to see. Obviously, we do intend on analyzing movie by movie. I know there are those love stories that are making waves. I know a movie like Your Happiness is a 4-letter word, and so forth and so forth. But just tell us what you would like for us to go on and analyze. I would like to analyze it, just for me to give my view of what I think could have been done better or was done best, or whatever the case. You know, let's just look at it and see where we can do better. But I need to attend to those guys with the sound. And the step up and horror. Yes, there's nothing of a strong horror. But anyway, guys, please, man, thank you very much for subscribing. Don't forget, just keep on subscribing, guys. Keep on watching the videos. We'll bring some more of these videos. If you think that there's anything that we can do better, please hit us in the comments, Baba. If you think I should go shave my head and whatnot, hit us on the comments, Baba. Yeah. Anyway, peace out, man.